Got it.
Super. All right, good call. Man. Can't believe I
Okay.
forgot that.
So basically, we forgot to record, but what has happened so
Reverse
far
recap.
is that River said she was going up the stairs away from necromancy, and Torch said, me too, and Tonk said, wait, why? Right?
Yep.
Basically.
Okay. And then Tonks rolled a nat 20 for a perception check, and we're about to find out what we learned.
Sorry, I'm making some marks on my screen so I know where I'm at. It just saves me from having to read a whole list to find something. Okay. 20 on perception. So Tonks, at first you feel something that is downright alarming. It feels almost like your skin is crawling. And then you start to feel it crawl out of the bottom of your pant leg.
Ew.
Small, steady stream of tiny silver spiders
Oh,
that start
friends.
to fall off of your leg, around the front of you, and down the hallway through the gate.
Ooh.
The archway gate? Okay. The spiders are calling you to the depot. All right.
So
I kind of feel inclined to follow. Sorry, did I interrupt you, Miles?
not at all.
Okay.
Saw me shaking my head.
Okay.
Yeah, not really.
We'll follow the spiders then. Is she going through the door?
That's what I'm asking is
Yeah,
this information. What are you doing?
I would like to start, like, kind of strike up a real quick conversation and just say, hey, this is my person, and I think they're telling me to go this way. I understand, like, if you have reservations, and I would hate for us to split up again. So if you don't want to go this way, then I'll go with you.
I feel attacked.
Because I think splitting up is a bad plan.
What if we have 2 sending stones, right? Who's holding the sending stones?
Yeah.
The 2 of you?
Heather's holding one, Tonks is holding the other.
That's what I mean. Torch and Tonks are holding them. So
Okay.
what if you go through and then report back on sending down what you see? And if it's safe, we can follow.
And we have a rope, right? Like in our regular.
Oh yeah,
kit?
I have a
Yeah.
rope as a rope.
You'll
I
no
do,
longer
so we
have
can-
the magic rope. Yes, you do have a rope. I think in fact
So-
each of you has 50 feet of rope in your own kit.
Why
Okay.
would they not have a magic rope?
The magic rope was the one that got turned into
Oh.
Lyrica.
Yeah.
So how does that sound?
Yeah, wrap around Tonks, at least the rope,
Yeah.
and then have her send the sending stone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Tonks, does that mean that you are headed into the unknown? Do you venture forth alone into the dark?
See, I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of being a stickler, but I'm just worried about splitting us up.
Yeah.
We've already been split in half once. This isn't in half, but we can agree that we don't want to be split up, right?
How about you go through, and if it's safe, we follow you, and if we lose you, we just follow you. Like if you're like out of our sight, we'll follow. And we have the rope to tie it around you. Oh, can we send a familiar?
All right.
Out? We could send a familiar to check it out.
Does
Okay, midnight isn't a familiar in the sense that she can do find familiar and midnight will like reappear, right? Okay, so
No.
no. My familiar then should go through because she'll come back, right? Okay. I'm
What's your
sending.
familiar's name again?
I don't remember. We wrote it down somewhere.
What's your familiar?
Oh, Frankie.
There you go.
Okay,
Okay.
Frankie.
Frankie the Familiar.
Nice.
Lisa Frankie. Okay, so
Uh,
Frankie is
Yeah.
Frankie could go through. And I can
Okay.
see what Frankie sees, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Shit, I don't have I should have brought a
A mini?
mini. Do you have a cat?
There's an animal at least in there for
Yeah,
sure.
I know I have a
The thing is,
lion.
I have a Harry, Hermione, and Ron minifigs, and they have all so I have a teeny tiny little cat Lego.
Nice.
Who brought it?
Oh,
Oh, fuck yeah, that's what Frankie looks like.
Okay.
oh
That's-
yeah.
Can I see the bayonet yells?
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I guess she's with me.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna send Frankie in.
Yeah, when you use Find Familiar, she appears within 5 feet of you.
Okay, so do we want to stand like in front of the door? Does that work?
Okay, so you're gonna send Frankie in.
Yes. I love
Okay.
you, Frankie. Don't die. If you die, I'll bring
Have
you back.
fun, Frankie.
Okay.
What do I see?
So first thing I need to make sure that you are completely aware of is that if you choose to see through the eyes of your familiar, you no longer can see through your own eyes.
Right, y'all got my back, right?
Yeah.
I'm making sure that that's clear.
Yeah.
That's all. Because right now, River is basically disabled in the sense that she has any idea what's going on around you.
Yeah.
She can speak out loud and retell what she's seeing to everybody, but she can't see or hear.
All right, so if we get attacked,
You
say
gotta
Basically,
grab
she
me.
becomes a speaker for Frankie.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I am a Frankie speaker.
High or low?
Oh. Hi.
It's not just. No.
Y'all want the fan. but
I do not want fan.
I'm
I
also
also
on
have a
team no
blanket.
fan.
There you go.
I'm not cold. I just don't like air blowing on me.
I love air blowing on me and I'm sweating.
I used to share a desk with a girl who had a fan staring right at her face, and every day I turned it off, and she'd ask me why.
I didn't mind.
Right.
Um,
You could just turn it back
okay,
on.
so first things first,
Mhm.
Your vision narrows
Okay,
and now you are seeing the world in less colored ones.
right.
So it is a bit more green and gray and white.
Mhm.
But as you step through the door, you can see ahead of you that there is one long bridge that is narrow enough that about 1.5 people could stand side by side.
Okay,
So basically like a medium and a small sized creature
Right,
could,
yeah.
but otherwise,
yeah.
there is no side guard railing of any kind. It looks like it is jutting directly out of a blackened, polished rock face.
Okay,
If you want to have a picture in your head,
okay.
and it extends outward about 100 feet. And at the end of it, there is a large floating orb.
Okay.
Beneath it is a pedestal that is emitting some kind of light
Mm-hmm.
that looks like it is keeping that orb aloft.
Mm.
And looking around inside of here, I want you to make an investigation check. Frankie's going to be using your skills in this case, so
Okay.
you're just going to roll your investigation.
Okay, I don't have any modifiers.
Okay.
+0.
Now I'm gonna stir you.
No. 3.
What?
I'm gonna stir you.
Oh, thank you.
Now, my passive investigation is higher than that, but the 3 is what I get.
With Frankie, Frankie doesn't have your passive investigation.
Okay,
Frankie has your active investigation because
Okay.
you are writing.
right.
So yeah, 3 is not going to get you a lot, but let me describe the place to you. Along the walls that seem to stretch on and around in this massive sort of, I think, cylinder almost.
Okay.
There are these huge craggy openings that have something inside of them that looks to be sleeping.
Ew.
From where Frankie is at, you cannot tell what it is, but it is some sort of living being that is in there. They're not in every single one of these little holes, but they are in most of them.
Okay.
And floating underneath this bridge is a huge suspended alchemist table that has been covered in various different potions and pots and spell components, basically, for lack of better words. That appears to be suspended upside down.
So could we see the tabletop?
She can.
I mean, she can see the
Yeah.
tabletop
She-
and all the stuff on it.
Yeah, she can. Yeah, it's the only thing that is out of the ordinary about it is that it seems to be defying any laws of physics.
Okay. I'm gonna tell all of that to y'all.
Does that make us want to enter? Are we following familiar in or
I think, how far
can yeah,
does
they go
the
before?
familiar connection go?
Mm,
I'm game to
Okay.
go in if you guys want to
about
go in.
100 feet.
Yep.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna have Frankie walk down the bridge toward the floaty thing, but obviously very quietly because she is
you could roll stealth with advantage.
fantastic. And I also have a +9 to stealth, and it has the circle outside of it was like filled in and it had a circle around it.
Yeah, that's expertise. That means you get 1.5.
Which is what the +9 should be.
Yeah.
That's the +9.
Yeah.
Okay, so stealth with advantage. So 17 and 9. So 17 plus 9, which is my modifier,
26.
is 26.
Awesome. Yeah, that's super stealthy.
But,
I got that going for me.
Now, I want to be clear about a thing. The bridge is 100 feet, which
Mhm.
means that by the time that Frankie reaches the end of the bridge, you will no longer be able to see or communicate. with her.
Well, I wanted to stop before she gets all the way to the end.
I wanted to make sure that that's
Yeah.
what your plan was, and not to
Yeah.
just have her try and
Like,
figure
I
it
want
out.
her to stop at 95 feet from me.
Familiars are smarter than regular animals,
Mhm.
but you would basically be leaving her alone to figure it out.
Yeah, no, we've practiced this a ton of times where she goes into an unknown place and we keep our connection and she knows where to stop, for sure.
Okay.
We practice.
You practice.
I'm declaring that.
This idea never came up before, but we practiced.
Yep. We know how
There's this one
long
Holy Story
95 feet
reef.
is. Okay, so it stops at 95 feet.
She stops at 95 feet. She can stop at 100 feet. It's just one step past that, and it's too much.
That's why I said 95.
That was interesting timing.
So she goes almost the entire way across this bridge and
Mhm.
stops now, we'll say about 20 feet from where this pedestal is.
Okay.
Now as close to it as she is, again, she can't see color the way that you can, but you can now see more clearly that this doesn't seem to be a solid object. It is a sort of a swirling ball of almost like smoke or oil.
Mhm.
It has something within this that is moving
Right.
all on its own. I would like you to make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Yeah. All right, well, there's a 2, so it can only go, it could go downhill. 7, so a 2. And I don't have any modifiers for Arcana.
Okay, so you have no idea what this
Not
thing
a fucking clue.
However, you now have a picture perfect explanation for what the hell it looks like other than color.
I'm pretty sure we practiced what colors look like through her eyes too, but I'm not gonna try to declare that right now. Okay, so I'm telling Tonks and Torch all of that. No, I'm saying I'm not declaring it, but next we're gonna practice that before the
You
next.
see what I mean, William? That's what the coin's for.
I like it.
So I've told these two, I've described it in excruciating detail.
Okay.
They know everything about it that Frankie can see.
Okay, I would say that both of you can roll an Arcana check if you want to.
Please have better.
There is no disadvantage, but this is without advantage. It's not a thing that either of your characters likely would have ever seen.
Me too.
Yeah, you get to roll it as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a 10.
Oh, nice.
You have pretty dice.
Sweet. That's a 17, Heather. Okay.
Oh, it's only showing yours, not the game level.
Well, but
Okay. I'm gonna stay connected to Frankie. Unless somebody taps me to bring me back.
Yep.
So we talked about
Okay.
that.
yes.
Here we
If
go.
there was danger, you would grab
Um,
me.
so your Arcana check grants you this much information. This 2-foot diameter black sphere is a hole in the multiverse, hovering in space and
Oh.
stabilized by a magical field that surrounds it.
Let's go poke it.
I like this plan.
I'm gonna detail that out real quick for my friends.
Yeah, even with a 17, that is not high enough for you to know what it is. But you
Okay.
have heard enough stories about something like this that tells you that much information.
Okay.
It's the kind of thing that people, as they described it to you over the years, described it in a way that some people talk about their worst possible moment. That most absolutely terrifying, gut-wrenching feeling like you will not escape.
Oh boy. All right. So
Again, I love the idea that that was in character. Wait, hold on. Don't poke.
yeah.
We need tennis balls.
Yeah.
Fireball.
And this is
Fireball.
why it's good that Ymir wasn't there. Because she just said go poke it. And he'd have been halfway there. But before she was like, no, boy, don't poke it.
See, and that's the thing, is he would have gotten more than halfway there before she said don't. And then he'd be like, but I'm almost here.
No, I wouldn't have. I'd have just poked it. 50-50 shot. I look back, make eye contact. I want to see what happens.
Okay. And I'm still
So
Frankie, and nothing is changing in the
Not so far.
weird place.
You made a very good stealth check.
Thank you.
I think I just want to share what I saw and that I feel like we should take note of this, bring our friend back and move on like we initially intended.
All right.
Unless y'all disagree, of course.
Oh, we can keep going. We know that it's there. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what it is though.
Didn't the spider?
It's like the power that's keeping the whole thing.
The
We
spider
can go knock
did
it
go
off.
into it, or
that
did
is
it
Oh
not
yeah,
go into it?
can Frankie see the spiders?
No,
Only Heather can see the spiders.
correct.
Oh goodness. Well, what if can Frankie come back out?
I'm pushing Heather through the portal. If
Wait.
if she's the one who can see the spiders are directing her to go through it. She needs to go through it.
I agree.
Okay.
Make sure that
no,
Frankie
hold
can
on.
come
I
back
need you to
out.
Tell me for sure. Is Torch gonna push Tonks
What?
through? I need to know this because this 100% could do some fun shit. I just
I am on I accept being
told
pushed.
to go into the door.
But what if we just
If
make
that's
Frankie can come back out?
Yeah, get Frankie back. I
Don't you
don't
think
know
we
if I
should
actually
make
would do
sure
that.
it's
Like,
a
that's
two-way
sheer-
portal. We should make sure it's a two-way portal. I'm calling Frankie back.
Okay.
Heather, would you like
And
to
the
go through
stealth
the
check
portal?
still see him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make the stealth check change right now. She's
Okay.
still fine.
I just wanted to call Frankie back through the doorway so that then I could be conscious with the three of us and not worried that my familiar is being attacked by the thing. But can
Oh yeah, that
Frankie-
makes more sense.
So you can still see through Frankie's eyes and hear through Frankie's ears.
Mhm.
And so she turns around to go back towards the door, and there is the same exact looking door on the opposite side, just black as night in between, so you
Uh-huh.
can't see out.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And she pads over slowly, carefully, quietly, and passes through the door.
Mhm.
On your side, you do
Right.
not see her.
There's
come
a
out.
cushion right there.
That's right.
Okay,
Oh.
you can use it. So I see Frankie walk towards the door that I think is gonna bring her back right here. And she disappears.
Yes.
Can I still see what she sees, or are we more than 100 feet
I
apart?
am now going to make a percentile roll for that. There is a 25% chance you can.
Okay,
You want the high numbers or the low numbers?
hi.
Okay, you can still see through her eyes.
All right.
Yeah, what do I see?
As she passes through that portal,
Mm-hmm,
she pads out into another space, again, basically black and white.
mm-hmm.
That now has her standing on this sort of mosaic tile.
Okay,
You had that moment, and at this point, you knew we fucked up.
So she's standing on this sort of mosaic tile. It is cold in this room,
okay.
and wet and dark, and you can hear the sounds of people fighting.
Ooh.
How wet?
Whoa.
Is it a foot
Uh,
water? Am I in the same space that they are? Y'all need to grow.
Wait, there's wet?
Uh,
Hold up.
No, it is not, you're not in a foot and a half of water. That's
Okay.
not what's happening right now.
Okay.
But you look around and you can see that the tile that she's standing on does cascade outward until it gets to, you can see a large raised dais. No,
Mhm.
dais is right. And you can hear beyond that is the sounds of fighting, of battle, of splashing, of people grunting and yelling, the sound of metal on metal.
Do I recognize the tile? Cricket tile?
It is. You can see a trail leading from off in this opening into the caverns that would be leading underneath the city. And there's this long trail of ooze that has gone along it all the way around to the other side of the dais.
Ooze specifically?
Ooh, and I don't mean that in the sense of a gelatinous cube. I mean like goo.
Just yucky goo.
Correct. Like think snot. Again,
I'd rather not.
black and white.
Snot. Okay.
I know cats see a little bit more color than that, but that's
Okay, so I'm now relaying to Torch and Tonks that instead of Frankie coming back through the doorway to us, she went through a different doorway that looks like it's in the night market, and she can hear the sounds of fighting and splashing in water. And there's some weird goo on the floor. So much details. Can I do another investigation
Mhm.
now
Sure.
that I'm in a different place?
sure, go for it.
Do I have to do disadvantage
Yes.
again? Super.
No.
You get a 20 or a 1?
12 and a 2. So I'm just annoyed with the 2s and 3s right now.
Maybe switch dice.
I don't have any other dice.
I have a whole bunch.
Nah.
You want to borrow mine?
Apparently that's bad fucking luck.
Yeah, you look around and it looks similar to the night market, but not not exact, which tells you that it's not actually where that place is. but that's all I can do with that.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Huh?
Say that last part,
Oh, I said that the place looks like the night market,
but you know it's not.
but she can tell that it is, she knows that it is not, so it's
Okay.
definitely not where it usually would be.
Can I still thieves can't while I'm,
Can you still thieves can't what?
can I talk to the two of them other than just relaying what I'm seeing? Like, can I say what I think we should do?
Well, you can speak
Just,
however
I
you.
can just speak to them.
The only sense you have to your head is your ability to speak. You can't even hear yourself speak right now.
Okay, so, but I can't hear
Oh,
You can't
respond.
hear them reply at all either.
Okay,
What you can't, like, that's the thing is that, yes, the way it generally says it is that you can relay what you're seeing, but the idea is you can just talk.
okay,
You can just speak in whatever way you want. You just can't hear the other people in that room
Okay.
because you're unplugged.
got it. So I've told y'all all the things that I see. And I think that we should try to follow the same path that Frankie did. But that sounds like maybe.
But you know that marketplace isn't the real marketplace, right? So like that's
Mhm.
another layer of the inception. Like we're
Mhm.
going
But
deeper down.
Remember, River, you
baby.
can't hear any of this.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
hmm,
but you can, but George can.
yeah.
Y'all can
You
talk
two
to
can
each
work
other.
together to try and collab. River is just a speaker.
I'm just saying, I think we
Yeah.
should go.
Honestly, over the course of all that's just happened, it really sounds to me almost as though, or that item that we were shown, I wonder if that isn't the thing that is, I don't know, I feel like we do need to investigate though.
Through. I'm sorry. I hope you're not mad at me. I'm pushing her through.
Okay.
Can you grab me and take?
Okay,
Well, you were supposed
okay.
to put the thing back and it just kept going.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head in.
Let's check for me.
As I fail it and land on my face.
As you fail it and you fall through the door.
Right?
Kelly,
If you don't mind,
this is the most Amir
uh,
thing we've done.
What you saying, Heather?
I just want to break the third wall for a second here and just let you guys know if I seem like I'm like taking too long to make a decision or anything, please push me along. My brain is not up to snuff right now. So like if I'm taking too long to make decisions or whatever, just push me. Like Kelly just did. Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
I just think
Unless,
there's something to the spiders. That's all.
unless Tonks wants to try and make an opposed athletics check, she basically falls forward through the door and catches her feet beneath her.
Perfect.
You're now standing on the other side of the doorway, unless you want to make an athletics check to push back.
No, I'm good.
She's gone. You're like, "Mm," and I'm just standing. Okay.
Okay, so so this is really fun in the sense that you are in one entire space by yourself. You are in one
And
space.
she didn't want to break up, and that's where I'm like, I'm an asshole, but all right.
It's okay. We're gonna follow.
I know. Well,
That's
I was
right.
starting to question that, to be honest.
Sometimes you have to make hard decisions.
They're called executive decisions. You made it.
Sometimes you have to push people through a portal. Just happens.
I appreciate your choice this time.
So as
This time.
as Tonks sort of
Oh,
stands
well,
in front of the door, watching the spiders go in, sort of waiting to hear what River is going to find out, you feel a pair of hands get in between your shoulder blades and you fall through this door with the most ungraceful of manner, but still end up on your feet. And once you're inside, this place, it has this almost like an energy about it. You can feel that it is heavy in this air. It feels like you have to push harder to move through here. Every bit of this place is considered difficult terrain, so you're only moving at half speed. Not in combat, so that doesn't really matter too much right now, but it's important to point it out.
And I'm still good that I have a rope around her ass.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Now, okay, before that goes any
Not
further-
her literal butt around her.
I was going to. No.
So, but I want to be clear there. So between all three of you, you have 150 feet of rope. Did you tie
Like
that
a reverse
together?
bikini
Is that
in my
what-
Yes, yeah.
For sure.
Yes, because I want her to reach the orb.
I figured, but I wanted to make sure
Yes.
that it'd be just around her
I've,
ass.
could Frankie feel that feeling and the like
Yeah,
difficult terrain when she was in there? So it didn't affect her, or she just didn't feel
She
it?
didn't feel.
my first thought would be a lot.
Um, so as you move into this space, this sort of ominous weight weighs down upon you.
Hmm?
And
What?
hey, y'all, you're talking like right next to the microphone. So you can now look around this space and you see that those spiders have started to move up and climb around the pedestal.
That's right.
And they are starting to now pool at the top of it, making their own sort of weird spear-like concoction that almost emulates the thing above it. But since they're silver and they almost glow with this iridescent moonlight, they are glowing white, where the one above it is massive and is basically every definition of dark.
Okay.
Okay. I'd like to approach the pedestal.
Okay. So that
Um,
is about 120 feet to give you an idea of where you're at as far as rope.
Oh, okay.
Right,
You
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, the two of you can talk to each other really easily.
Are you gonna poke the orb?
Okay.
Let's see if it's
So I'm gonna,
because Frankie's not there, but Tonks is there, and now Tonks has two orbs. It's like, so which one?
Shove the spider orb into the other orb.
Push one orb into the other orb. Why
This-
not?
I'm curious, yeah,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
the spiders know something we don't.
Yeah.
okay, 120 feet. You said it's 120 feet away.
Yes, it's not 120 feet away from you now. What I'm saying is that you moved across the bridge and up to the pedestal, which is 120 feet from the door. And since that happened and you're on 150 feet of rope, Kelly only has 30 feet of rope left in the event that you need to move anywhere else further away.
Oh shit.
That's sort of why I was putting that out there. It's not that you are at
I got
any
you.
specific risk or that you're super far away from anything.
But you could literally be at the end of a rope.
Okay.
I think go
So
check
if
out
I,
the
okay.
table. Like go, that's where I would want to go play with. If there's anything on the upside down potion table that I go explore, please.
Yes. Let's check out that potions table.
Isn't it suspended under the bridge?
Mhm.
Oh, it's under the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that
I
one.
don't know how you
I
get
just knew it was
there.
upside.
Okay.
I realized where it was under the bridge.
So, Heather, this is something that you have that no one else has. Because of Lyrica, you can cast the spell Spider Climb once per day.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Why don't I do that and go check out that potions table?
Yeah, it allows you to move at your regular movement speed along any flat terrain. So up a wall, along the ceiling, whatever you want. So yeah, if you want to, you can like literally just sort of spider climb underneath this thing and stand upside down. And now, even though your hair is now going that way, you are now looking at an alchemy table exactly how you would normally find it in any other setting. Let me describe what you see in front of you. On this table, there is a stand, like a wooden, like almost the kind that you would see like holding up a Bible or like a guest book in a hotel, that kind of thing. It is empty, but it is sitting in the center of this alchemy table. On one side, there is a large brass bowl that has been filled with different kinds of bones from any number of creatures. Nothing huge, and I can find a skull or something in there, but there's finger bones and rib bones and things like that that are all just accumulated in here. On the other side, there are four little bowls that are empty. And there is a piece of paper that is next to them that looks like it is some form of a ledger. On the far side of the table, there are several potion bottles. Three of them are filled. Two of them with a dark colored liquid, almost black. The third one is a bright yellow.
Okay.
Um,
Can we move these? They're blocking your face on the camera.
better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I able to make out anything, any labels or anything on any of the items that you listed?
Excellent question. I was actually looking right now to see what you have that might help in that scenario. Okay. High or low, Heather?
Hi.
Awesome. Okay, so it's sort of a very fine line when it comes to the way that this spell is moving. But you have access to the spell Tongues. Now, the Tongues spell, the way that it's meant to be used, is it allows you to listen to anyone else around you speak, and you understand their language and can immediately speak it back to them. However, the way that the wording on the spell is, I feel like it gives the opportunity for something further. It says this
Ooh.
grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Oh shit.
Okay? So it gives you the ability to understand any spoken language that you've heard before. So I would say that being that you have heard Abyssal before, if you cast that on yourself, you could read it.
Okay. Let's do it.
That's a third level spell. If you want to, I can press the button or you can press it.
It looks like she's looking for the button right.
Oh shit.
My turn.
Was in the wrong spot.
I just don't want to push it, and she pushes it, and then she loses a spell slot, and we gotta go back and do things.
Yeah.
Anyway, while you find that button and we work that through, let me give you the information.
There it is. Should just click cast. Sorry.
Yeah, just click cast. The information that I can give you. So first of all, the ledger is a bunch of names. And then next to them, there is a small amount of information like dates and times and locations. And next to that is a list of numbers. Like the first entry has 17, the next has 5, the next has 30. They don't seem like they have any pattern to them. However, each one of them has their own unique number that separates them from the others. One moment. There. So on that list, there are 3 names that stick out. There is Scovo Kegthrone. There is Onigumo, which you know to be the Oni. And there is Emil Fingolfin. The traitor union, Emil.
No, I should. So,
Um, each one of them, like I said, has their own dates and times and locations next to them. Now, the date and time don't stand out to you, the locations might. As Scovold's came from the ethereal plane, and Onigumo came from Drakenhold prison. Emil came from another plane. Emil came from the plane of air.
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 So he's a Genasi?
Huh?
Genasi are the natives of that plane. That doesn't mean that they're the only thing that lives there.
Okay.
Mm.
The rest of the names that are on there don't seem to stick out to you.
Okay. And you said that I don't have a way to communicate with anyone right now.
You do have ascending
Right.
stuff. You can communicate with Kelly, with Torch.
Mm.
But there's one further thing here.
Okay. Sorry.
On the table in front of that that stand, there is another word that is written in very big letters. Looks as though it has been carved into this table by knife or by nail. And in Abyssal, it says Casabella Caradox.
Okay.
Try writing.
Castle.
I dare you.
I don't think I can.
My words on Google Docs so that it would stop trying to correct it to something.
Mm.
But yeah, you have all the way in the world to communicate with Torch. You just can't communicate with River.
Am I?
All right.
You are, but what you're doing and what they're doing is happening almost at the same time.
Okay.
So
I am detailing this out so that Torch is totally aware of what I'm seeing,
okay.
just
So,
in case. Okay.
oh, I was just gonna clarify. Are you saying everything that you've seen so far, or just the things on the table?
That I found a table, and this is what's on it.
There you go. Yeah. So you had asked a question about River though?
I was asking if, I, like you said that I was still connected to Frankie and I could still see, but like, are we at that 95 feet still? Is she just as far away from the doorway? Is it the same like measurement? Like, could she go further into the not night market and see what's going on?
Right now, you don't know.
Okay.
Because everything that you know about this spell has already been tested beyond what it should do.
What, find familiar?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because right now, you have now had your familiar pass through not one, but 2 different portals with different.
Yeah.
So it was a percentile whether or not the 2 of you would stay connected anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So you really don't know what happens from here.
Okay.
You can act in your best interest and you can know that the way the find familiar spell works is that even when you are separated from your familiar acts in whatever fashion it believes that you would ask it to in that scenario.
Mm.
So if you constantly ask your pet rat to go find the keys to get you out of jail, one day it might just do that for you without
Yeah.
you being involved at all.
Okay. I don't wanna, I didn't wanna interrupt Tonks. I was curious and I have ideas of what I wanna do. I don't wanna interrupt. What Tonks is
So-
doing.
I think you're all sort of doing this at the same time, so
Okay.
like if there's something that you wanted to do.
I wanna send Frankie until we disconnect so
Okay.
that we can continue to see what is in that space.
Okay, so that I understand it more clearly, you're trying to get Frankie to move out in the space as far as you can and gather as much information as you can during that time.
Yes, like, what can she see and is it something that makes us changes what the decisions we're making here?
Okay.
Because as she's going, I'm still relaying that towards she's relaying it.
Yeah, so she moves further into the room, getting closer to the dais.
Okay,
And as she gets closer, she can now clearly hear the voices of Emir and Lord Daddy.
okay.
And moving around the side of the dais, she now can just barely glimpse what looks to be the bottom of this horrible slug-like creature. You can see from the tail to about the mid-sternum, it looks almost like Jabba the Hutt. But it is just oozing with this slime. And then from the sternum up, it looks like the Oni, but with two sets of arms.
What is,
And you can see this ooze that is now pouring down through the sides of the grate, leaking along the surface of the stone and down into the pool. And
I
then
love how she looks at me.
everything
I'm just
goes
alarmed.
dark,
okay,
and I need you to make a wisdom save.
oh, great. What was the thing about wisdom throws? Was that somebody, or saving throws was somebody else?
That
right?
was someone else. Another two.
It is a 6 minus 2, so 4.
Okay. You take 6 points of psychic damage as your familiar dies.
Sadness. Okay,
You have this split-second moment where you can feel the fear of your bones crunching. And
Ugh.
that's really terrible. Oh, did you hear Heather?
sorry, Heather. I know it's sad, but it is also a familiar, and you can bring it right back.
No, I know. Okay,
I think it was the boat.
bone crunching,
Yeah.
the sound and feel of your own bone crunching is what maybe got us.
Well,
Okay,
feelings here, there was a small, so it wasn't midnight. It wasn't midnight.
yeah, no, that was the whole point. Okay, so I'm going to come back to where I am with Porch.
Yeah,
And of course, I've relayed that and
the world flashes back into light.
where the fuck is Tonks?
Yeah, you come back to the real world only to see that now Tonks is gone and Torch is standing next to the portal with 30 feet of rope.
Just checking out the portion table.
Great.
River comes back and goes, "Don't go in the port. Fuck, what happened?"
There's a goofy thing in there. Okay, so I'm back.
Are you gonna tell them what you saw?
Of course, I told him what I saw. I told him what I saw. I
So-
told him that I saw the Uzi gross thing, and then I heard these two, and that we need to, that we need to go help them. I think you and I need to go through the portal now.
Kelly, Torch is the only one that has the ability to make this roll. I would like you to make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, I pressed the button. You all saw I pressed the button.
Oh,
It's like it is at home. Oh shit, a 16.
All right.
I love it when he's excited.
So this creature that River described to you, it sounds very similar to this magical serpent beast called Merilith, which is something that it's a pretty common monster, even though it is incredibly deadly. What you are hearing, though, sounds like it is part that, and part Oni, and part something else. And that triggers something for you.
PTSD.
The immediate want to leave.
Yes.
This is a false height. I will explain what that is. I'm gonna get ahead of it before somebody goes, "What's that?" So a false hydra is a creature that has all of the same physical, basically the same form as a base monster. It could be a human, it could be an orc, a bugbear, a giant, whatever. That is only what it looks like.
Okay.
What it is, in fact, is closer to a mimic in the sense that it can take on these shapes in a way that do not come off as an illusion at all. And they are incredibly deadly. More often than not, what they do is they will entrap their prey and then devour them, and then what they are becomes part of their amalgam.
Okay.
So anything that they
Yeah.
devour, it gets those powers.
Super.
Did he eat
That's a
him?
frown I didn't expect from you, William.
I just saw this thing and I realized that makes it more deadly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did.
Listen here, currently useless.
Hey,
By the way, that was in character.
that remark.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
So-
think that you and I should go in there with Tonks,
Yes.
and then the three of us can make a game plan. But maybe we should be really quiet.
Oh, I just realized there is not gonna be any living with these three for a while.
No,
Why?
because we're gonna
That's-
save your asses. That's what's about.
The anti-magic, you'll live with just as up shit trick as we are.
No, River doesn't need that much magic.
I don't use
Or
magic
any.
almost at all.
Well, yeah, but
actually.
your items would stop working.
That's true. I
But
mean, the knife still works.
Including your shiny boots. That
Yeah.
keeps the muck off of you.
God damn it! Where's that? I
It
got that
was
on
fine
purpose.
until she got reminded about that.
Okay, so
We're going through.
Hey!
All right.
Oh, she just had her me, myself, and Irene moment. Oh, they're screwed. Come on, I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah. I pushed her through, now I gotta do.
Okay,
Hold on. From Tonk's perspective first, you are standing in front of this table trying to sort of get a feel for what the hell it is you're looking at that clearly has some sort of significance, but you can't tell immediately. And then the rope that was holding you goes slack. And then you hear your friends clamoring through the door above you.
she's upside down, right?
Or below you. Or, yeah.
Above us.
I'll just pop out from underneath there and just
Oh.
say, boy, am I glad to see you two.
So
Same.
here's the thing. As you move into this space, I need you to make a perception check for me.
The two of us.
The two of you.
Perception
Correct.
with no advantage or disadvantage, just roll.
Just perception.
You'll never guess what I rolled.
Is it two?
Two?
It's a 3, but I have a +4 for perception, so that'll be a 4.
Maybe you need to try rolling on something different.
I mean, I've been rolling. This is the tower is supposed to do with this. It's there's a 14. I'll take that if you don't want me. You told me to re-roll.
You sound more.
The DM is always right.
DM, did you hear Heather? Heather said the DM is always right. So I
We should
re-rolled.
amend that to the DMM. It's always right.
In this case, I would
Oh,
like DM to
yes.
be. I would like to be able to keep that roll.
Sure, you can keep the 14.
Actually, it's a
Woohoo.
Oh, well, that's great. Then no. You'll have to-
Okay, what did you roll?
20.
A
Fortune
dirty
plus
20. All right. What
Yes.
So I'm going to sort of highlight it. You get the exact same picture I described to Frankie before, except the walls of this place are sort of an iridescent, sparkly black. Think like obsidian.
Okay.
Sparkly.
And those holes that are in the walls, the things that are inside there look almost identical to those shadow creatures that you've encountered out, those bug creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
But these ones appear like they are sleeping.
Right.
Ooh.
And you see this orb at the far end of the bridge, and it is just barely making an ominous sort of sound.
Oh.
And at the same time, Tonks, you can hear walking around beneath your feet, which should be fun to try and piece together.
Mhm.
Huh?
So she said she was coming back up where we were.
Oh, okay.
But when we first walked in, yeah, we would have did that.
Are there made potions on that table, or is it all just materials for making potions?
There are 3 potions.
That's right. There's 2 like spooky black ones and a yellow one, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have labels on them, you say?
Only one of them did. That one
What was it?
says large person.
Oh. Was it the spooky black one or the
No,
yellow?
it was the yellow.
Okay.
I'll grab them all and head back up.
That's the proper murder hobo thing to do.
I'm proud of you.
We have one side
Yay.
of the group that is all about solving the puzzle, and the other side of the group that is blasty, blasty, blast.
Steal.
It's Steely.
Steely, steely, steely. I need to get more steely.
How is
The
the rogue?
rogue,
the other
not
group?
the one looking to steal things.
Because we tend to steal things for her.
Which is really just hilarious.
Yeah, she doesn't have to steal.
Oh yeah.
So we stole it
Steely,
too.
steely rogue. I'm a sneaky, sneaky rogue.
I like sort of the idea that almost like an Easter egg hunt, other people steal items and then hide them in really easy to find places just so that River can find them and steal them.
That is not how it happens.
I found a bag of gold under a bowl. No one knew it was there.
Yep, it's my gold now.
It sure is. Way to go.
So yeah, in a totally different sense, it is confusing and immediate when Heather takes a couple of steps and Tonks rounds around the other side of the bridge, just defying physics entirely.
In character, River says, you got to teach me how to do that.
Well, first you have to
You
make a
got it.
bunch of spiders.
Oh, shit.
In the mouth.
Then you have to turn into an icky web cocoon.
Okay without it.
Mm,
Okay.
that's right. That icky web cocoon is,
Together now.
that's rough.
And we know that if we go back through the doorway, it's possible that if we go back through the doorway where we end up where these 2 are fighting the gross thing. The
Mhm.
what? What'd you call it?
Which one?
The oozy slug thing.
Oh, the false hydra.
False Hydra. Do we want to?
I really want to poke the orb. Can I
We-
shoot an?
I think now that we're all together, we
Yeah,
should
shoot
go
right there.
closer to the orb and maybe
It's like,
maybe
okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get close to the orb. Can we investigate the orb? Investigation check
The
on
whole
the
group
orb.
is like, okay, we're gonna run back through the portal. And Torch is like, hold on, if we're leaving,
Wait, we went through the portal. Like,
let's go poke
we
the
might
orb.
not get a way back.
Let's
We should at least
let's fuck with the orb.
Are there any pebbles on the
You go
ground?
down there and I drew the sack.
Are there any pebbles
Arrow? I don't know.
pebbles.
on the ground?
Sure,
Can I pick up a pebble and throw it at the orb?
sure.
Let's
It's like
anchor
a
the orb.
piece of obsidian glass. Yeah.
All right, well,
Ooh.
What happens?
You chuck it the 120 feet.
Oh no, we're closer. We
Damn.
walked closer. We walked closer.
Okay,
We're closer.
so how close are you?
Are you at the
50
end of the
feet.
bridge?
I can throw something 50 feet.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your strength?
My strength is 14.
So it's a
Acrobatics is
+2?
a +6. Athletics is +2.
Okay, athletics is a +2. Yeah, that'd be an athletics roll. You don't have to roll it. You don't have to, I'm saying
Okay.
that that is an athletics thing.
Yeah.
Since, yeah, I'm just gonna let you chuck this rock because a 14 on its own, or a +2 should be enough unless you
Okay.
roll like a 5.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you chuck this thing at that orb and it hits it. And imagine like, I don't know, knife through butter.
Okay.
It hits and then it's gone.
Oh, like absorbed into the thing.
Good.
All right.
Alright.
So we don't
What
touch
is-
it. We don't touch it. Because we will then be absorbed into the thing. Right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep touching it.
I'm not gonna touch it.
I guess they're black butter ooze. Ew, that's gross.
But so are the spiders are going up to the orb, right?
They
Like
created
into
their
it?
own orb underneath it, right?
Again, Tonks.
Oh, that's right.
I can see it, but yes.
Yeah, okay.
Hey Tonks, did you ask the Weaver if she knew what was up with this since she sent the spiders?
Miles, I feel like
What if I try playing my lyre?
Oh, Miles got to check the queso.
Okay, that's important work.
It is. I do like
Just
your liar. That's a really good idea.
see what happens.
Long enough for a bathroom break?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go take a restroom break.
Yes.
Pee break, roll for stealth.
Make a constitution check.
That was my plan.
Yeah, the queso is
You couldn't.
finally all cooked. This, however, white hot right now, so maybe give it a minute.
Whatever you want. I'm like, she has better markers, but I got the new.
Okay, well, it is Caucasian hot right now.
There you go.
Bravo.
It's hotter than Christina Hendricks in summer.
Oh, damn.
I don't know who that is.
That's okay. That was more of a William comment anyway.
Hotter than Shania Twain at 20.
Have you seen her recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is she ugly or something now?
No, she had so much plastic surgery, you can't even recognize her anymore. It breaks my heart because she
Yeah.
didn't need that. Same with Candace Michelle. She did not need, she was so pretty before she took a knife to her face.
I don't know who that is.
The original GoDaddy girls, Candace Michelle.
Honestly, I haven't seen that many people that didn't like actually need cosmetic surgery that look better after
Yeah.
cosmetic surgery.
Candace Michelle too would like had this distinct look about her, and now she just looks like every plastic Barbie doll out there.
I am so.
She's in the Barbie world.
I'm
This
still,
is not a Barbie world.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. For the record, queso is ready, just hot right now.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. So, yeah, you chuck a stone at the orb,
And Toxic gonna play her liar.
and you're gonna play your lyre.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Make a perform check.
If nothing, we just get a show.
Mm.
Performance, you said?
Yeah, performance.
You got it.
You can do it. That's a 14.
Hey, that wasn't as good as I would have thought.
Well, I mean, even with a 5, you got a 14. That's pretty fucking good.
Yay.
Weaver is a god, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Currently, she is. Right. Where was I going with this? Currently, she's trapped
Oh,
In the painting.
in the painting, right?
yes.
That you have, right? Is it still attached to him?
That was unclear.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Where
Okay.
where the painting was.
I don't remember what we said. I remember I
The
had
last-
it on my back.
yeah,
The
between your
last-
shield and your body.
So the last thing that I remember
Right.
happening with the painting,
That's what I remember. too.
I remember William saying that he was going to make sure the painting was affixed inside of Emir's shield. So-
Emir's shield, not
Yes.
his own.
Ymir,
He is-
Yeah,
A meal,
Oh.
a mirror.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so
That's,
it was
that
on
always
the
got
side
me.
of
That
his
always
shield.
got me.
However,
Okay.
when the two of you were running off, he had mentioned that he wanted to hand off the painting. And so I don't know what officially
Ooh.
happened there. It is up to you to tell me which group has the painting.
Do you recall saying that you wanted to hand it off?
I don't, and that's why I asked him point blank, I don't remember specifically. And that's why we asked, do I still have it?
It was one of those things that happened in conversation and then
It's
nobody
you.
ever really acknowledged.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and executive decision. I have it. I'm gonna say it's attached with the rope that I've had for a little bit. I attached it to my back and that's when I pulled my shield off, so it's on my back. It's not directly connected, but it didn't get damaged either, as far as we can tell.
Mhm.
I'm asking you.
It's on your back, so you would have a hard time seeing it.
Okay,
But we'll say that Dadu definitely could.
okay.
And
it looks pristine. I give it 5 stars.
the frame looks
Hey,
has not been affected in the least. It is solid. Not changing. So as far as you're concerned, your group rather, the painting is fine.
Okay,
you said solid, not changing. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I guess
Alright.
maybe be more clear. What I'm saying is that because it's exposed now and it's been like in muck and dirt and water and things like that, it is unsullied or changed in any way. It looks the exact same as it did. I would never have
Gotcha.
described that painting or its frame as being clean because it's ancient. But what I would say is it does not look like it is any worse off than it was when you first saw it.
okay.
Okay.
So just for the record, it's attached to my back on a string.
Now, this is not a trick question. It is 100% for my own information. Is it facing, we'll call it face out or face in?
Face out.
Okay.
100%.
I just want to know that for whatever might happen further.
Shield will get absorbed in that you.
Yeah,
It also means that
It's
your back directly hits the paper.
also true, but we need the painting. And on the flip side, I am the most armored person here, so
You were.
still technically I am, because anything that wants to get to that shield, technically has to go through me, except for sneaky gator things.
Anyway, so officially then the painting is still within you, for everyone's understanding.
Yes.
And Tom's planner light.
Explain who mine. And your performance check was a 14. So when you strike your lyre, the moment that you hit the first note, that line of spiders that is going along this and forming into this orb lights up in a way that your entire party can see them.
It says enter here.
And the longer that you play on your lyre, the more visible they become to everybody, until the two of you also can see the exact same thing that Tonks was seeing, as these spiders are now swirling together into their own sort of orb beneath this orb.
Yeah.
I want the two of you though, let's see, actually, let's use passive perception.
You're gonna have to look at
So,
mine. I don't have it on my
16
sheet.
and 11. Okay, so Torch, your passive is enough for this. As Tonks is playing her lyre, you're watching the orb, but you're also looking around the room and starting to see that these things are stirring.
All right.
So as these things begin to glow, you can see the trail of webs behind them that they have left that are forming this almost iridescent cage around the pedestal itself. That is all you've got so far.
It's not the plane that's disturbing them, they're just awakening on their own.
The creatures?
Yes.
Is definitely playing.
It's the plane that's waking them up? Oh, okay, push Heather again, no kidding.
Let's see,
Just
you guys.
Um,
I'm
have
kidding.
feather fall?
So when
On your way on this one.
okay, so you're seeing the
We're
thingies,
seeing her light up the
I don't
spiders
see
that
it.
is also waking up the thingies in
but
the
I don't
room.
see that the things are waking up. Only you see that.
Okay, well, I'm letting her,
That's right.
I'll let
Rivers-
you all know, I'm seeing these things wake up because of the plane.
Yeah, River's
Okay.
passive isn't high enough to have been able to detect it.
so the things that we're seeing wake up around the room,
Or the
the
shadow?
creatures, right?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
okay,
like
so we
the
got bugs incoming,
creatures.
but I can't see that, only,
Yeah, you are engaged in your performance. And so
oh,
I'm
right, okay.
playing, this is what's happening.
And so I let you know I can see these things stirring because of your plan.
So we gotta stop.
I stop.
All right.
As the lab echoes out into the space, you can hear the sound, it almost it sounds like ice breaking up. And the vision you have of those spiders fades. Heather, you can still see them. They are still trying to weave something. It seems like when you play, they can do more.
Yeah, I feel like I need to keep playing.
I feel like
And
I
we
should.
may just need to, what's that?
I said, if you're there to keep playing, I might run back through the door.
It's getting dangerous.
Go for it, though. Go for it.
You've got
It
the,
almost seems like,
of the two sides, you have 3 out of 5 people. You definitely have better odds.
Staying, yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
ask Thorum if he recognizes any of this stuff,
Excellent question.
and make sure that he knows everything Frankie saw and where Frankie
Oh, he
heard.
definitely
Amir-
does.
Okay, so hey Thorum.
As long as you were in contact with the coin, he can read your mind.
Okay,
That's part of how Emir and Dora worked so far.
right.
Can y'all hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If you are wanting to get information out of him, you are going to have to make a persuasion check.
okay. I has good persuasions.
We'll call it with advantage because he has interest in getting Emir back.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. With advantage, so 15 and 6. 15 plus 5 is 20.
Cool.
Dirty 20s.
So tell me again what you're gonna ask him.
If he knows what the fuck's going on and how we can use any of this to help get back to Amir.
Forged at the beginning of time, the Spear of Annihilation was used by the darkest and most powerful of things on the Black
Sphere of
Lands.
annihilation. We threw a freaking pebble at the sphere of Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well,
There is only one, and it was at one point destroying all of existence until it was caught and contained.
okay.
It has been lost to time for several hundred generations at this point.
Oh.
Where it is right now, no one knows.
We know. So we're in a different place. Totally. We're not in reach. Probably. Maybe.
You
Okay, we
Steve
don't-
Irwin, the sphere of annihilation. It's just great that this.
I Steve Irwin'd it.
Yeah,
You mean throwing a rock at it?
There is another thing you should know though.
Okay.
The Sphere of Annihilation can be controlled. There is an amulet that when it is in your possession and you are fully attuned to it, you can control where the sphere moves, how large it becomes.
Hmm.
It becomes a threat in a different way.
Gibbs. Sorry, involuntary reaction.
We
For,
can save that for your next character.
Hey. Your character's
Thank
too
you,
nice about
Thorum.
Dibs.
that is
Too late.
really great.
I would love to see the second arc of this where Amir becomes a fallen paladin. Draws some sort of
What I
dark,
said.
ominous blade from a forgotten temple and then changes entirely.
What I said, you're too nice for this. Dibs. I'm not.
So, okay,
Well, that I wanted to poke it, so.
so thank you, Thorum. That is actually really helpful, and I
Yeah.
will all of that to the two of you.
I'd like to add one last thing.
I'm listening.
Basically, anyone should know that information. You really
Oh.
are terrible at this.
You really what?
Thorm is
You know
saying that to her.
What do you say? You really
I'm
what?
just gonna be nice to you.
You're really
because
bad
I'm
at it.
trying to work with you. It's just okay. Do you know who has the amulet?
That's a good question. I was wondering that as well.
Yes.
Who has the amulet?
Malivore Andreas Combe.
Either of you know who the fuck that guy is?
Sounds like I was wrong.
Who?
Say the name again.
Is that what you're guessing is
Fuck.
Ivor's full name?
Malivore Andreas Combe.
Malivore, Andreas Combe, Ivor. Is there a connection there, Thorin? Is that Ivor?
We just Mickey Moused ourselves.
Why?
Oh,
TKEDAGAIN.
Do you know who that is?
Sure certainly sounds like Ivor to me.
Oh,
yeah.
Thorum doesn't have any more information than he's willing to give you.
I understand. Okay, okay. So Thorum, is there something in this room, in this space, that we could use to help us get these two? Like do you know what those potions were? Or do you
Beating
know what any of
yourself
the
up?
stuff
What
was?
potions?
The potions that that Tonks picked up that I definitely, she told us and he knows.
Yeah,
mine.
but he hasn't ever seen them.
Could you get the potions out, Tonks, so that Thorin can see them?
Yes,
You can see what you can see.
Hey,
they are.
I'm looking at the potions.
Well, that one has a label on it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What about the other two? I really want to give this smart ass coin back to you. Over. So do you know what the other two are that you don't?
Go to daddy's. man.
Yes.
Are you willing to tell me what?
Yeah, if you do a dance for me.
Hold up. Whoa. Leave.
Yeah, just do a jig.
Okay,
He's just-
yeah, so River breaks out in some like
No.
big street breakdance situation that she learned growing up.
So with no prompting,
Exactly.
the group sees River breakdance
Yes,
in this ominous and dark place.
yep,
Right, because she's mentally talking to him. so
yeah,
she-
y'all can't hear him
And-
tell.
We don't know what's going on.
Because
That's
they
funny.
use potions as you break dance.
At first, he expects you to basically tell him to go fuck himself. But then you start dancing, and he goes and starts laughing hysterically in your head. He goes, I didn't fucking think you'd do it.
As the Australian national anthem plays in the background.
Those are potions of mummy rot.
Potions of what?
Hey, these are potions of mummy rot. Do either of you
Mummy
know what
rot.
that is?
Mummy.
Mummy rot.
Mummy rock.
What's your mommy doing?
Can you use it to get? God, you're gonna get your beard stuck in the sand, Brian.
It's only that.
But you were reading over it. Okay, so does anybody know what the mummy rot potion is?
Uh,
Gorham, how could you maybe describe that to me?
it's
What
a
it-
horrible, terrible death that's usually given to you by going into tombs that mummies live in.
Okay,
That might seem obvious. It is. What I can tell you though is that it's definitely not a good thing to drink.
okay,
And it is a slow and painful death if you can't find somebody that can remove the curse.
okay, so we'll save those for Ivor, cool. Is there anything else that is on that table? Based on what Tonks described to me and you heard inside of my brain,
Mhm.
that could be helpful.
Yeah.
I saw that. Nothing on there that seems like it's of use, really.
Okay, and you
Those
saw,
potion bottles are always something you can use for something else, but
yeah. You saw Frankie go through the portal, and we thought she was gonna come back through to where we were, and she went somewhere else.
mhm.
Do you know where she went?
Yeah, but you're not gonna like it.
Mm-mm.
What's the name?
They're in the sphere.
The who?
Or in the annihilation sphere.
They're in the Annihilation Sphere? They're in the, y'all,
They're in the sphere of annihilation.
Wow.
should we go in there after them?
Going back
That
through
seems
that
like a
door,
bad
putting us
plan.
into the ball?
Okay,
It seems
Okay.
like there's some sort of security system set up so you can't leave.
yeah.
And start playing the liar.
Let the spiders do what they were gonna do.
So how many of those bugs were there in this space?
Uh, some were between 200 and 300.
Mm.
Wow, in this little space with us right now?
It's not really a little space, it's a massive
Oh.
cavernous space. It's just that there's only one bridge and it is narrow that goes out to this sort of center island area that is floating in the middle of this massive space.
Because I mean I could play again. We could see what the spiders were trying to do, but
Mhm.
then we end up having to fight all these bugs.
Well, the Weaver hasn't done us wrong yet.
Do we have anything big and sunshiny?
Not currently.
I feel attacked.
That
Well,
would be with the rest of our party.
That's not entirely.
Oh, can you help me be big and shiny?
Yeah, but I might kill you doing it.
Well, could you not? Can you just not?
That's such a river thing to say, too.
Well, it's only the potion that makes us big, so now we just really just need to be shining.
Hmm.
River's always shiny. She's always.
I mean,
Not in the.
go boots.
My boots are shiny.
They are. They light up when you walk.
Yeah, but is that enough to repel these shadow creatures? No.
You have yet to use them in any scenario whatsoever, so you have no idea.
Exactly.
You have, or you have cantrips, don't you?
Do I?
Does anybody have
Yeah,
fireball?
everybody's got cantrips that is a spellcaster.
Dancing.
That's something.
Or any other spells that if you've got cantrips that cause any kind of light whatsoever.
Yeah, those 0-level spells.
Don't you have fireball? That
I
you-
have.
Yeah, but that would be
Firebolt,
wasting a.
control flames. You have light.
Well, there you go.
You have the light spell.
So you can cast light on her, and she all of a sudden she will emanate light from her. So anything you cast it on emanates that light from it.
Mhm.
Doesn't that also mean all of the bad guys are gonna be drawn to her?
No,
No, they'll be repelled from me because they're scared of light, right? Aren't they?
I mean, shadow creatures, yeah.
Oh, then yeah.
That's my thoughts.
All right, so are we gonna have Tonks play and light you up?
Okay.
Okay. Miles is saying, and looking quizzically their iPad. So
And 20-foot radius of light. And it can be carried as you like.
Very serious thinking face going on over here behind the screen.
There's some very serious thinking.
The glasses went on.
Oh boy.
Y'all are screwed. We thought we were in trouble.
We're making them really work for it.
So it's not written into the spell, but I think it makes perfect sense that you also could use Dragon's Breath.
Sebastian forgot his keys.
I would say the limitation there, though, is that cold and acid and poison do not light up anything. But if you chose to use fire breath or lightning breath, I'd say that lights up a space. I'm just trying to help because light is limited in what it can do.
Okay.
But that's more like, for instance, you could cast light on River or on Tonks, and then you would know that you have Dragon's Breath to rely on if something gets too close to you.
Because you only get cast on one person, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
For
wonder
one
if you
thing.
should cast light on Tonks then, because she's the one making the noise.
Yeah.
Instead of on me.
Or the
And
other-
I can be stealthy and hide if I need to.
That sounds good.
just an option. You can cast it on objects, so just in case something happens that you need to get rid of the light real quick, you toss away the light.
Yes, you mean the Spear of Annihilation?
Yeah.
You can definitely try.
I am not touching that thing again.
No, with your one, did the rock come in and hit one of them in the head?
Come on in and find out. Come on in. I want to talk about this.
The rock still has not made it through the portal.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
it's in the Spear of Annihilation, but it didn't go through the portal?
No, I used the wrong word there for you. It has not phased through that big ball to hit anything on the inside.
But will it?
Why don't you jump in, see?
Okay, I'll wait.
I would love to be a fly on the wall for the conversations that happen in the weeks between games.
Lots of questions.
I believe you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We love that, by the way. It helps to stir our inventive juices.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
She's asked me before if I'm giving away things that I shouldn't be, and the answer is no.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Seem like a
Sometimes I
person
forget.
that would keep secrets.
Yes, Miles is very good at keeping game secrets. That is.
I like to think of it like I'm writing a book and you haven't gotten to the end yet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what the last pages say until you get there.
Okay.
Sir, am I?
So what are we doing?
I'm casting light, but people who are not in the room keep suggesting things.
Okay, I'm
just
That's a
kidding.
very valid point, William. Ryan, you should really stop talking.
Brian's like, what? Okay, so you're gonna cast light.
Yeah, I would prefer to cast it on her as she's playing, and light repels them, as that it would be protecting us rather than just an object that we throw,
Right.
which
I think
yeah.
I
I know. I was giving you shit, man.
So,
that's what we do.
William, we give shit to people we love, right?
You have no idea how much I'm enjoying this. She's finally picking on me. I'm enjoying this.
Hold on. Shut up.
Now, the next person I got to get a pick on me is Heather. I just got to work on her.
All right. So
I'm
you're gonna play
casting light on
Tonks?
Tonks, yeah.
Okay,
And Tonks, you're gonna play.
Yes, I'm
So-
gonna play.
that's a 20-foot
Radius.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, while she is still near you, all of you are still in that light. For 20 feet, that means it's 10 feet on either side of her.
Okay.
So, yeah, as long as you stay near there, you don't really have to worry about any other lights.
Okay.
And you're gonna start playing. Okay, will you make me another performance check?
Okay.
$18.
Ooh.
She likes the plan.
And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, so you with an 18, yeah, you start playing and those spiders sort of erupt in light again for everybody. You can see this steady stream coming directly from where Tonks is, off and up and into this sort of structure that they've created. As they work harder and harder on this thing, you can see that it is building some sort of a spiraling vortex of spider webs higher and higher up towards the sphere. At the same time, though, those things start to make noise. Okay. You can choose to give me the answer, or you can elect somebody else, but high or low, Torch.
It just mirrors. He used that a lot today.
Love flipping the coin. That's the thing.
Low,
Or no, it's the percentage thing.
Percentile.
Okay.
Low?
low.
Awesome.
We don't know what. that means.
Yeah, that doesn't mean, that does not mean.
I was about to say that, like, I mean, relief is the right response to this, but I didn't say it was a success or not.
No. You have that. I get to be evil gleam in your eye when you said that. I have been picking up on it.
My friend, I've said it and I'll say it again. Neutral evil.
I know, but that theme that just pops.
Neutral evil looks a lot like chaotic good. The difference is that I'm not in it to save other people.
Aha.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah. These things are starting to move and chatter and click, and you can hear them almost like this sort of wave of sound, like think bees, but far less of a good thing. And as that sound begins to slowly fill this space, it begins to drown out Tonks's sound.
Oh, no, okay.
And the spiders start to get dimmer and dimmer. And as this sound begins to build, Tonks, you start seeing that these spiders that were constantly trying to build underneath the sphere are now all sort of flaking and falling off of it. And as they sort of fall, they just sort of almost like they're made out of dust.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna be pissed.
She gets really mad when you kill them.
Should we try to take out some of these guys?
But my point that I was going to get at was that
Sorry.
Okay.
you can definitely tell they're waking up. Some of them are fully awake, and they are all sort of signaling each other.
All right, run for the door.
Run.
Like, I don't know if the orb is better than at least trying to get back to them than being eaten alive here.
I don't know either.
Is that an official wish?
I mean, we got nowhere else to go. We either jump in the orb or through the port.
Fought these bugs before,
So-
right? The same bugs we fought before, right?
Yeah, but there's like 200, 300 of them.
Yep.
And there's 3 of us.
Yep. They continue to get louder and louder. So loud, in fact, you're having to shout even 5 feet from each other.
Do you
I'm
have
running
sort
through.
of blasty, like air spells?
I have
They
the
close
dragon's breath. So we can literally, because you'll be willing, can
Mhm.
start having you shoot light out of your mouth.
I'm wondering
Lightning.
specifically if
So
either of
we
you have-
rage, and then we have a fire-breathing cat.
This does sound like fun. Do you have anything that would like that is like air or
Cast that through her.
What, Dragon's Breath?
Yeah.
It's a touch spell.
I'm in another place right now, right? So I couldn't.
I would touch
No,
her
we're
and she
River.
would be
together.
And
yeah.
then River gets to use that spell.
Heather? You're with the two
Please
of
share
us.
this information with
Okay.
somebody later, because he really wants to do this.
But I can't call to midnight at this point where we're at, right?
Okay.
Is there in a different area.
I just got on
Different,
the
like
ice
plain.
to put in
Gotcha.
the lid,
Yeah,
and that
if-
is so unimportant to the game, but I really need y'all to know about that.
If
Okay.
if Midnight was a full-fledged familiar, then you would be able to summon her. She is not
Oh.
though. Right now. She is just in what I would say the safest place possible for her.
Okay.
Do you have, Heather, do you have any air spells?
I think I do. One sec.
I need to check my defenses more often. I'm a Goomba.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Um,
Here's what I was thinking.
Oh, go ahead.
what I was thinking.
Feather fall.
This sounds wild. Can we aerosolize the mummy rot and spray it at the bugs like Raid?
I like that. How would we do that?
Is that a thing that we could do? If we had the right spell? Can we do it with fire, with dragon breath?
I have guiding bolt. I don't know what that would do. I know it's just a spell, but
Let me look.
that's light.
Basically, I would like to have a giant can of Raid. Are they shadow creatures or bugs?
They're shadow bug creatures.
Shadow
Wait,
bugs.
you want a giant can of Raid? I can no, that's not the same thing. Because I have shit, sorry.
It's okay.
Like
Was
I
it
have one of the illusions, but illusion isn't the same thing as actually creating something. I have major image. Would that be the same thing?
No.
No, okay. Okay.
You know, part of our kit should be a little spray top that you could put on a potion bottle.
Yeah.
You should be carrying one of those.
There we
And
go.
then you could just mage hand
Yeah.
go around and spray the yucky potion.
So
It's Raid. Yeah.
Heather, you actually do have a spell that would work.
I do?
Yeah, it's a spell called Shatter.
Oh, I was just looking at Shatter. Damn it.
It's got a 60-foot range. So that would be far enough away from you that if these things actually went and like popped and exploded, they wouldn't rain down on top of you.
Oh,
You'll have to find a way to get it 60 feet out there, or I would make you roll to hit it.
The potion.
Yeah.
How far does your mage hand go?
Who has mage?
how far is what?
One of y'all has mage hand.
They both do.
Oh, I do. Let me see. Well, it would have to be somebody who's not me, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
could cast both of those spells at the same
Yeah,
time.
but so Torch can mage hand the bottle of the potion out there, and then Tonks can shatter the potion and spray it on the yuckies,
Mhm.
the bad guys.
Okay.
You could.
Let's
Now,
What do y'all think?
I want to be clear about what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, these things are incredibly deadly, and it is entirely likely that doing this will harm or kill some of them.
But not all.
But you do not have enough of these potions to kill all of them.
Yeah.
It's not that this is a bad plan, it's that it should be part of a bigger plan.
Yeah, because
Is there a way for us to draw them in first? Like,
I think you're kind of doing it.
should I just keep playing for a while and we time it so that we have more of them close? Or is that like not even going to be possible?
As far as I'm concerned, if you stay put and do not attack these things, they will be coming to you.
Okay.
If that's really what the question is here, then
I think the thing is that they're making a sound that is causing the spiders to die or disappear. And so the goal is to make them stop making that sound,
Yeah.
right? How else could we do that?
I guess there'd be no way. I guess maybe I'm
For
thinking
the
it.
majority of them to be close as possible, do the plan and run through the door.
Yeah.
Um,
to try to at least kill
Well,
as many as possible.
But we need her to keep playing near the spider so they can keep doing whatever the thing is that they're doing. That seems important.
This is.
So if I'm casting something, I'll have to pause it anyway.
Yeah.
This is another thing that you could use at your disposal, which is just sort of some upper level thinking with one of your spells. Heather, you have major image.
Yeah.
So the description here for major image is that it's an illusion, but it says for a 20-foot cube, that everything within it seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature appropriate to what is depicted. So you could technically cast major image on that pedestal and then declare that it was someplace you knew to be quiet.
Mm,
I like that.
okay. I think that's what I'll do then, if everybody thinks that's a good idea.
I think it sounds really badass.
Thanks, Miles.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, I mean, first of all, I'm here to help. Second thing, though, is that I also know that, as you stated before, you are under the influence. And so
I appreciate it.
fully believe that you are capable of reading what your spells do and figuring out some interesting ways to use them if you are not impaired beyond belief.
Thank you so much.
So I don't feel like this is in any way favoring.
Ooh.
Now, if that's what you want to do, I need first for you to be able to tell me where you are putting all of these things. Like, where is that pedestal now? There's a 20-foot cube of space around it that can look like and sound like anything you want. But you know that these things were being affected by that other sound. So where can you put them that they won't hear this?
My gosh.
Somewhere that the Weaver has been.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they would like that. But I don't know where that would be.
Could we fashion it like their home?
Isn't the painting the tavern, right? Or whatever?
Mhm.
Like, couldn't.
Yeah.
You could make it look like the tavern. You could make it look like anything.
Like her lair.
Mm-hmm.
That might just make them work even better.
I like that idea.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do that.
So a 20-foot cube doesn't just encapsulate that pedestal, it also encapsulates the sphere.
Oh.
So now the sphere and that pedestal and anything that was around it are no longer visible to all of you on the outside the same way they were before.
Okay.
You
So-
now, while looking at them, it almost looks like you're looking through frosted glass.
All right.
Mm.
Okay.
So you can clearly see the space that this spell is affecting. It's important to know that because if you go in there and disrupt things, there is a percentile chance that that illusion will just go away.
Okay, don't touch it. No poking.
Stay away from the cube. Okay.
The second half of that to know is that that spell requires Heather to concentrate.
Okay.
So that means that if anything interrupts her spell casting, her playing of her lyre, then I have to have her make a check or she has to stop casting and the spell fades.
Okay, so we're ready with my bow for anything so she can have it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna get out my crossbow.
Okay, at this point, I think it is a good decision for you to, like all three of you to roll initiative.
I'm ready.
Because you're not in combat yet,
Okay.
but I think it's important for us to have that so we can just refer to it when we get there.
Game.
Okay.
Huh.
Time to lock in, that's all.
That'll be a
Time
20.
to clock in, I love
I got a dirty 20.
Oh,
Rolled 17, I have a +3.
Congrats.
I got 15.
Okay. What about you,
Oh,
Heather?
there it is. I'm sorry. I'm on the web versus the app. I'm usually on the app, so now I'm dumb again. So I found it though.
They're
Hmm.
Nine. Okay.
that.
Hmm. Can Thorum help me like fight?
You know how much of a jackass he is, though.
Be like, can you just light the tips of my crossbow arrows for me? Just like
Hmm.
that would be
Let's
handy.
do this or you go over. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, if I was here, my response would be, gimme, 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 gimme.
The crossbow or the coin?
Okay.
That was good. You know I have like cool stickers all over my crossbow. For sure. I do.
I'm trying to think of the witty stickers that you would find in a D&D game to put on a crossbow. Like, my other crossbow is a great axe.
I want that sticker.
Muscle wizard cast fist.
Okay, we rolled
Okay.
initiative now.
So let's put these in order so that we can keep track of this.
No, that's me.
You wanted me to reuse this?
Yes, I made that specifically for when we had to do initiative.
I thought it was just because it was cute. Well,
That
the
too.
sticky is on the other side.
Well, you didn't, you told me you were gonna stick it from that way. That's how you stuck the other ones.
And perhaps the DMM should be.
Now
done then.
the kitty is just looking at you.
I can tell.
That's fine.
Oh,
So
Didn't they stick them the other way the last time? They were stuck from the inside.
Getting tired?
They were.
I got told to shut up, so I went to serious mode.
You did not get told to shut up.
I did too. It's on the recording.
It sounds different when Miles tells someone to shut up.
It's on the recording. I said, Ryan, shut up. Got it. Serious mode.
Snap, snap,
You-
snap.
oh, it's nap time.
That's what serious mode is. Of course, once you're in serious mode, it's really hard to get back in.
Heather, we picked purple for you. Miles got these little
Yay.
tabs to use to keep our initiative order, and we picked
Okay.
purple.
yay, thank you.
Mine is pink, and I drew a cat face on it.
Aw.
But Miles isn't using it the right direction, so it's fine. We can- But it's there. You just know that it's there. So you really wanted us to go through the door in the necromancy floor, huh?
No, that was all Tonks.
No, I'm asking this, like, all of this is happening and we're getting closer to the two of them.
Thank
that-
you.
Or did you,
No.
That's all we have.
There's always an option.
there's always an option. Okay. Sometimes after a game, Miles will be like, I had no idea that was gonna happen. I wasn't planning for that at all. Which is the way it works.
It's amazing how many times that happens.
Mhm.
Being a DM, you have to learn very quickly that you have to choose to either learn how to improvise or railroad a game.
Mhm.
And the fact is that some people, and I mean groups and DMs alike, like a railroaded game. They
Mhm.
like to know that there is a definite ending if we do the steps correctly.
Mhm.
I, however, find that incredibly constrictive, and it gets rid of the ability for you to create what you want out of the world.
Yeah.
So improv it is. It's a lot of yes and.
I'm about 50-50. I give them the scenario where they're going, but how they get there, how they enter it, and what they actually do and encounter there, that's completely up to them.
I was hoping it would flip the coin and roll it down. It is fun.
I was gonna giggle my butt off if it got stuck.
No, it doesn't get stuck. Almost, just a little bit.
There we go.
There's a lot of posting.
Yeah. Kind of nervous.
Okay.
Like, we're not.
Hey,
There's-
a quick question.
Okay,
Do we know if we're remotely close to like a break for bio stuff or anything?
Miles
Okay,
just
actually,
said,
just called it.
Miles just got up.
Okay.
Yeah, since we're about to start actual combat,
Let's take a, I would say take a 20-minute break.
that's what I was saying, is let's take 15.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's stop the recording.
so we'll be back at 3:50, 10 till
All right.
4.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
If you need more.
Awesome. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, let's just kill
Make
this
sure it
recording.
actually makes things so that you have things.